We're
We
live.
always have a lot of good shit, according to Facebook. In the streaming world, we are the Podguyz Podcast, bringing it to you live, as we do, 10:15 Eastern Standard Time. I'm Tony Kaz.
Kevin Neary here.
Of course, we have the Picasso, the innovator of NASA. He was a space cadet at one point in time.
I believe it.
The quintessential of the cosmos.
Yeah.
The innovator of all things artsy.
There you go.
Le Sparky.
And Sparky is there. He's got the big board, pops it up immediately, says hello. Tony, America turned 250 years old 2 days ago.
Happy birthday, America. Happy birthday to you.
Woo.
Congratulations.
Now, what kind of plastic surgery should America get? Ozempic, facelift, breast implants? What do you
I
think?
feel like they should add some weight with Greenland. That'd be great.
That's the thing. Some people call it 250 years. I call it 2 Dick Van Dykes and a Michael Jackson.
Whoa.
Yeah, dude. That's all it is. 2 Dick Van Dykes and a Michael Jackson.
So what's been going on, brother? How are you?
Oh, I had to take a trip to the hospital. I had severe kidney stones.
Severe.
Very, very painful.
How severe was it?
To the point where I could not move besides just be in pain. I was screaming on the ground. My wife called 911 after watching me scream on the ground for 2 hours.
Did she ask why you were so lazy?
Why are you on the ground?
You're crying. You're such a pussy.
Yeah. I almost blew my voice out from screaming so much. And then I live in a certain part of the neighborhood, let's call it the ghetto, right? Where if you call an ambulance and you have any
by the way.
pain, yeah. If you call the ambulance, so the ambulance guy gets out and he says, all right, pal. All right, pal. What did you take? And I'm like, Sparky, mute your shit. I can hear your echo. You know.
I got him.
So I was like, I didn't take anything. You know, he's like, all right. Yeah, sure you did. Okay.
Yeah, you're the sixth person on this street that we've had to visit.
They're like, you're the only white guy on this block and you're underweight. From northeastern Pennsylvania.
Is it crack, meth, heroin?
I'm just like sitting there like, fuck you. He's like, yeah, see? And now you're using foul language, criminal.
Yeah.
You know. So we got to the hospital finally, and once they drew all the blood, they're like, he's not on any drugs. They're like, get the fuck out of here. He's living there, and he's not on any drugs. And I'm like, I hate you all.
Just the drug of life.
I hate you all so much. They're like, no. We can treat you like a normal person now that we know you're not a drug addict. Anyways, God. So we should probably get you some water then, right? You're probably really thirsty. That is real dehydration we're seeing right there. Drug-free too. So this guy is probably in some pain. Let's get him the heroin. Let's get him as much
As much as he
actual
wants.
top of the shelf stuff. Get him the black diesel.
We're gonna give him the keys to the medicine
You know,
cabinet.
just let him roam free for a while. He's not a drug addict, so he'll be fine. Anyway, so they gave me a lot of drugs, and I'm like, oh yeah, this is making me feel somewhat normal. They're like, you think you feel normal now, sir? We apologize so much. Here's some more drugs. And then they're like, oh shit, his oxygen's dropping. We forgot he doesn't have any tolerance for this shit. Oh well, maybe let's just get him some oxygen. He should be fine.
That'd be
Put
great.
some oxygen in him. And then I took a picture of myself because I had the thing up my nose for a little while. I'm like, these motherfuckers, right?
There you were, bluish gray.
Yeah. A tint. So they did a CAT scan. CAT scan results came back, and the doctor was like, hey, it was just what I thought. It's a kidney stone.
Not drugs.
I'm like, all right, that's good. He's like, yep. So here are some Motrin. Flomax. Okay. And here you go. You got the Percocet just in case. We know you won't use them, but for emergency, because you weren't on any drugs at all when you got here. Everybody thought you were. And he walked away. And I'm like, do I pay for these? And I'm like, I'm just getting out of here. Fuck this. So, so I just walked out. And my
It's
mom
nice
and,
that they put you on Percocet. Like, it's the most addictive.
well, I didn't take any yet, Tony. I just took the Motrin. And
No, but I'm saying that's the number one go-to for most doctors in the area.
It is, but Sparky was there, and he moonlights as a paramedic during the AM times in Luzerne County, specifically on that day. And Sparky, what's going on there with the big board? Do not die yet, Kevin. You did not sign the will.
It's true.
Yeah. May I pass all my debt down to you, babe? All of it. You get all. I know.
That's love right there.
That's
love.
You get everything but the Xbox. Tony gets that just to add to his collection.
Yeah.
Just to throw on top of the other Xbox.
It's perfect.
And
all your games too.
No.
All digitally downloaded.
Yeah. Everybody wants a disc anymore.
So did you see the shit that they've been playing off in Sony and Xbox land?
No, what's going on?
So they're people are in a tiff. They're in a big huffle, a kerfuffle.
Yep.
A kerfuffle? Kerfuffle?
Sure.
Kerfuffle, that's the word.
All those words work, Tony.
Yeah. So they're in a creamy cup of pop. And they're talking about how the newest literalizations of each of the digital Super Series systems that are coming out from Sony and Xbox are coming out with 0 discs. And you're going to have to digitally download everything coming from Sony and Xbox.
Okay.
Now, Nintendo has already done that, and they already talked about for their Wii 2, of course, doing everything digitally. You could buy the, I guess they're going to have packets that you can buy. They look like the game, but they don't have a game inside, and they're going to have a code that you can go online and digitally download the game from that code, which is a one-time use only code.
Oh, wow. So this is just throwing it out there that the internet is now a mandatory bill that you are always going to have to pay.
Yeah. That's true. Now, I officially think that they're doing it for what they call cost-cutting measures. And the fact that they're not lowering... By the way, not lowering the price of games by any means with this cost-cutting measure.
Yeah, and
they're actually increasing the price of games with this cost-cutting measure. Your retort, sir.
Yeah. Games are getting better and better, and if you want to be a part of the gaming community still, the price just went up again. Sorry to say it. People are willing to pay it, and it's just a part of the whole thing. If I only play one game, Tony, one game only, and that's NBA 2K. That's my thing. I buy an Xbox, it's like $300 or $400. I don't care. And the game is like $50-$60. That's not a crazy investment into entertainment. I don't spend $10,000 a year on alcohol anymore. They're going to jack up the price. There will still be competition. And that's a good thing. Microsoft and Sony are still very much in competition. Nintendo's there, I guess. I mean, what do they really have? The Switch?
They're definitely there for something. I think it's a family-friendly, nostalgic feel of the games, including like Mario Kart, Mario Party,
Yeah. So I mean, I feel like everything that that Nintendo is doing is just so cartoony that it's meant just strictly for children, you know.
Oh yeah.
And children don't.
Well, 90% of their age group is children that plays the Wii or Wii 2.
Yeah, where Xbox or PlayStation, they're dealing in every age range.
Every age range, mostly older, probably 30 plus.
Where is Sega these days? What are they doing?
Sega was talking about coming out with a new Dreamcast model, believe it or not. But I don't think that's ever going to happen, just because the market is too washed to come up with anything that would resemble something good coming from Sega. Now, I mean, they have their Sonic games. They have, Altered Beast. They have like some crazy nostalgic games from that time. Golden Axe is another one. But I don't see them as a manufacturer company as far as like a playable, system.
I agree. The I think their time's passed completely. We're down to 2, and that's fine. The Tony, you have every system now, right?
I pretty much do. Yeah. Except for I don't have PlayStation 5. I have a PlayStation 1, believe it or not.
I do believe it. Yeah. But you have the newest Xbox though, right?
I have a Xbox One, but it's not an SEX model. They came out with this Xbox One S, Xbox One E, and then an Xbox One X. That's a joke, believe it or not. But it did spell sex.
It did. I'm checking out like the range of different Supergirls right now, and I'm just throwing it out there, Tony. It has never been a popular concept.
So deep into the abyss of the movie world.
Just because
Supergirl
Tony, from a writing aspect, you can't just take a popular character and say, hey, what if that was a woman? And just bam, and you're right there. Yeah, because you didn't write anything then. You just threw a different gender on it.
So, man, how
Walker, Texas Ranger?
How do you deal? No, because this is going to open up a whole new worm, and this actually segues well into what we were talking about before.
Great.
How do you come back from movie fatigue, superhero fatigue, of movies that have been played out, portrayed together, and slapped out into the movie world to be just freaking bored with it? Like, so bored with movies that you're disgusted to go to the movies.
Yeah, okay, so the biggest problem right now is I think straight to streaming is really killing it with the Spider-Man Noir. That's very watchable. I'm not saying all good or all bad. Watchable, fair. Some parts are 4s, some parts are 5s, some parts are 6s. Very watchable. Supergirl's preview doesn't look watchable. He-Man's preview doesn't look watchable. He-Man is on that level of Ghostbusters, but when all the girls got in on it. And that's
yeah.
And that's a pretty dead-on comparison. And that's awful.
Damn, man, that's fucking spot on.
That's pretty awful, right? The Supergirl thing, it reminds me of if you did Batgirl or just like a solo Catwoman movie. Only Catwoman movie had a little bit of grit to it where you're like, okay, maybe I could see how this could be a movie. Oh, I'm watching a movie. Oh, this isn't just okay. All right. But the Supergirl movie, there's just they just take Clark Kent.
There's not enough meat on the bone for that character to get people to come out of their homes and see it in the movies.
Correct. And you know what? There is plenty to add to make, like, I guess the one thing that they could have done that they really stayed away from for some odd reason is they could have done this. The new version of Snow White, they could have just made that Supergirl's personality.
No. Are you ready? They should have just dumped the movie and called it Lobo.
Oh yeah, love Lobo.
Who doesn't love Jason Momoa? If you don't like Jason Momoa, comment below on why you don't like Jason Momoa. Is it because he plays the same character for the past 15 years?
Lobo could have been played by a lot of different people.
No,
yeah, absolutely.
No.
Oh yeah,
no way.
Yeah,
no way. Not to say the character is built for a specific reference, frame, type of look and character. Jason Momoa is very much the same look, character, and antithesis of that character. So he sounds, and I think it was based off of Jason Momoa anyways, when they made the Lobo character.
No, it was never, because because Lobo is an older character than Momoa's been acting. So Lobo could have been played by Animal.
I just tried throwing that out there, Kevin.
I get it. The Animal from
We're not fact checked by any means.
I know. Animal from Legion of Doom could have done that. Perfect. If you would have had like a 90s movie of it. Animal and Hawk, Legion of Doom, that kind of look to him. Very little very little makeup needed. You don't go actor for this character. You go straight to the WWE and pick your fucking Sheamus. Could have been like a cool looking Lobo with a little bit of makeup idea to him. What I'm saying is
they got to stop taking wrestling characters.
I'm telling you, it's not
every wrestling character can act, and not every wrestling character can wrestle either. I'm just throwing it out there.
Yeah. CM Punk could have played the guy that complains about being famous all the time. Just always complaining. The
catastrophic number, Kevin, that came out this week was 73%. That is the number, the drop-off. Catastrophic drop-off.
Yeah.
That obliterated the box office by patriotic young Washington.
Wow.
When you get beat out by 73% of young Washington, which, by the way, is probably a great movie, and also...
I mean, no, tell it like it is. That's a shitty... If they want to tell George Washington's story the way that it actually is, holy shit.
It's violent. It is violent.
His story, George Washington's real life story, think of Abraham Lincoln's cartoon story and reverse it all. Just all.
Wait. I need to throw this out there. There's two things that are associated with George Washington right off the rip.
Yeah.
And both of them are not true. Number one, wooden teeth. He never had wooden teeth.
Never had wooden teeth.
Number two, he planted a cherry tree or apple tree or something?
No, chopped down a cherry tree. Yeah.
Chopped down a cherry tree. He never did that.
Nope, never did it.
The
first president under the ratified Constitution. George Washington didn't just like pop the fuck up and say, "Oh, I'm president now because everybody voted me this way." There were 13 people before him under the Continental Congress, okay?
Continental Congress.
There were 13 before him, and they all had something called a 1-year term. 1 year. And the reasoning for that is, and you're going to love this, Tony. The reasoning for that was no one trusted somebody to have more than a year because they figured that they wouldn't do anything.
Factual, by the way.
That is a real thing. Yeah. So everyone that wanted to get in the position of power to do nothing, right, came up with this thing called the Constitution. And we had to ratify a president under that. and make some certain things clear that we get to keep our guns and all that shit, right? Freedom of speech was a big thing as well. It's the first one off the it's the first one on the table. You know, things that you were always allowed to do without a constitution. There wasn't, oh man, there's no constitution. I can't say fuck that dude. You could say whatever you want and carry a gun. That was still a thing. Not the founding fathers. Let's not call them that. Let's call them, day oneers. Okay. They've been there.
I mean, technically, if you wanted to say day oneer, that was Benjamin Franklin, who is technically the first president of the United States.
It is wrong information, Tony.
No, that's a technicality.
How was that a technicality?
By technicality, he was technically the first president of the United States. Now, not necessarily voted in, or he was voted by the Continental Congress to lead the Continental Congress as far as the majority speaker, so to speak. Now, he was never named president, but he was the majority speaker.
John Hanson was the first person to serve as the president of the United States in the Congress assembled under the Articles of the Confederation, elected November 1781. He was presiding officer, blah, blah, blah. Let's get all the Continental Congress fuckers out there, right? Because these guys, America turned 250 years old, Tony.
Yep.
List of presidents of the Continental Congress. There we are. 14 men served. 14. So the first one was out of Virginia. Peyton Randolph, 1774 to 1774. Then Henry Middleton, still in 1774.
Sounds very waspy.
Yeah, very waspy. Then we got Peyton Randolph again. He comes back, 1775 to 1775. Then John Hancock.
Yep.
1775 to 1777. Then we got Henry Lawrence, South Carolina, 1777 to 1778. John Jay. Wow, it doesn't get whiter than that, right? JJ. 1778 to 1779. Samuel Huntington, first to be styled as president under the Articles of the Confederation in 1779. Thomas McKeon, 1781 to 1781. See how they got that one-term thing going on? John Hanson out of Maryland, 1781 to 1782. First to serve a full, John Hanson was the first to serve a full 1-year term after formal ratification. Sorry.
Bless you.
Thank you. Then Elias Boudinot out of Jersey, 1782 to 1783. Thomas Mifflin from Dunder Mifflin, from Pennsylvania. Seriously, Thomas Mifflin.
Yeah.
1783 to 1784. Richard Henry Lee. I wonder if any relation to Robert E. Lee. 1784, and there was. So 1785. John Hancock again. 1785 to 1786. Nathan Gorham, 86 to 87. Arthur St. Clair from Pennsylvania again, 87 to 87, February to November. And then Cyrus Griffin from Virginia, January to November of both 1788. So they all knew the maximum amount of time that they had to do at that job as the president of the Continental Congress was 1 year, because they couldn't trust themselves to go any further. There was no Benjamin Franklin there.
Nope, Benjamin Franklin does hold several other firsts, though. He was the first ever Postmaster General.
Correct, yep.
He was also the first governor of Pennsylvania.
He was, yeah.
He was also ambassador to France and Sweden.
Mm-hmm. Yep. He loved the French people.
And he was also a prized inventor.
Yeah, he invented electricity.
Still up for debate. But he did invent the bifocal.
Okay.
Yeah, that's actually a true fact, believe it or not. Well, there are some really fun stories that went out across the web this week, Kevin. I don't know if you've seen it in your feeds.
Oh my
if you've
God.
seen it on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, whatever it might be. But did you see that in San Francisco, California, something sparked a little bit of a bad debate? Not necessarily a debate, but Waymo vehicles. I don't know if you know what a Waymo is.
What is a Waymo? Maybe I do and no one else does.
It's like an Uber without a driver.
Oh, wow. So an Uber then, right?
Yeah.
I'm letting everybody know right now, if everyone's worried about immigration customs enforcement, how the fuck does Uber still have a business? Okay? There's no way. There's no way. Because they would spend, listen, ICE would spend all day getting Ubers, taking people out of cars and fucking,
Oh, yeah.
one by one.
Toast. Yeah. Apparently, on July 4th, the fireworks display in San Francisco, at least a dozen self-driving vehicles found themselves trapped in gridlock while people were waiting for the fireworks, and their batteries drained in heavy traffic.
Okay.
Causing gridlock and delay because these Waymo vehicles didn't shut off. They just drained themselves dry and had to get towed out. Now, of course, they required roadside tow trucks and sparking fresh internet debates on the readiness of robo-taxis in gridlock.
Well, what I would suggest is, why in the hell don't they have solar panels? Why don't they have any kind of self-propelling, self-recharging ability to them? You want sustainability for long-term runs, or do you want to keep plugging in and fucking around? There's a way to just imagine that. And if I was able to do it in just like a mere seconds, then obviously this company is so young that they have to get up a lot of money first before they can make continued improvements to their product. The people had to have been pissed, Tony. Am I right?
Well, it turns out that these Waymo AI drivers were too busy flipping each other off.
Man. The robots were flipping each other off?
It happens. It happens in California. Apparently in Australia. Great story number 2, by the way.
Yeah.
Australian beachgoers in Queensland were met with mysterious metal spheres dubbed space balls. About 1 foot in diameter space balls. Of course, authorities quarantined off the exclusion zone until the Australian Space Agency confirmed that the objects were just harmless pressure vessels from a recent rocket launch.
Okay.
There's nothing to see here.
No. I'm guessing the people that explained that were...
Hey, mate, there's nothing to say here.
Yeah. I'm guessing the people that explained that were the Australian version of the Men in Black.
Good day, everyone. How are you?
Australian for forget about it.
Australian for forget about it.
Yeah. Well, my favorite story of the week there, Tony, you know what it is right here.
I'm ready.
Class action suit filed against Waffle House accuses breakfast chain of discriminating against smokers.
No, I find this a little funny.
Hold on.
Story.
I'm going to read that one more time. Class action suit filed against Waffle House accusing breakfast chain of discriminating against smokers. The lawsuit claims that Waffle House did not properly inform employees about alternative wellness programs and used smoking fees to pad the company's bottom line. Here's where it gets scummy. Okay.
As if it didn't get scummy already.
No, smoking fees. You're about to find out, because I have worked the restaurant industry for a while and I've seen this done, and it's always a scumbag move. All right. In Georgia, Central Georgia woman is filing a class action lawsuit against Waffle House over discrimination towards smokers, according to court documents obtained by 13 WMAZ. The lawsuit says Corinthia Hicks was a server at a Waffle House in Georgia, where she paid $92 a month, or the equivalent of $1,104 per year, as a part of the company's health plan, because she admitted to being a tobacco user. Did you get that, Tony?
I did.
She admitted to being a tobacco user.
Yeah.
What the fuck is this world coming to?
It turns out they're going to ban smoking, but not the golden ringside seat that you have when they're fighting with fisticuffs at every Waffle House, which is good. Good.
So so here we go. Company health plan often includes tobacco surcharges attached to tobacco use, but to be legal, the lawsuit says they must comply with the Employee Retirement Income Security Act. For acronym's sake, we'll call it the ERISA. The ERISA, ERISA, states that these fees must be accompanied by a wellness program that offers a reasonable alternative standard to tobacco use. These alternatives are frequently offered in the form of a tobacco rehab program. Once these rehab programs are completed, the lawsuit says employees are not required to pay the tobacco surcharge included in the health insurance plan. So basically,
is that a real thing for people? Now, I've heard people trying to kick Al-Anon, heroin, crack, any drug in general, Percocet,
The lawsuit filed by attorney Robert Brent Irby and William Greg Dobson claimed that Waffle House did not properly inform employees about alternative wellness programs, and instead used the tobacco surcharge from employees to increase their own bottom line by exploiting their own employees. The lawsuit says over $5 million is being contested in the appeal, $5 million that Waffle House would not have collected if they had properly informed employees of the wellness alternatives, according to the lawsuit. In sum, these practices demonstrate that Waffle House's wellness program is an unreasonable revenue-generating scheme disguised as a health initiative, the lawsuit read. The lawsuit asked that the court reimburse all employees who paid the tobacco surcharge and order Waffle House to revise its health plan to comply with ERISA. It also requests that the court determine and award damages and cover reasonable attorney fees. The suit asked for a jury to decide the case rather than a judge. Waffle House did not immediately respond to a request for comment. So they were basically now you work at Waffle House, all right? And Waffle House knows you work for them. They know during the interview process. They're like, all right, are you a smoker? And you get, after, fresh from getting fired from Denny's, take out that cigarette and put it out.
Because that's a prerequisite for Denny's, by the way.
And that, you have to get fired from Denny's to work at Waffle House. You can't not, it's a natural progression. You put out the cigarette and they say, fuck yeah, smoke. What about it?
You go from Perkins to Denny's to Waffle House.
And they say, oh, that's fine and everything, but we're going to have to charge you for smoking here. And if you don't pay the fee, you go back to jail because you're on work release. Right? Sparky, flip that board around.
Or you can fight in a fight club.
Right? There you go. One order of pancakes. Oh boy, I get smoked flavored.
Smoked sausages for everyone.
Yeah. Now, and that doesn't cost the customers any extra. Right? They're getting free secondhand smoke. You know how much a pack of smokes costs, Tony? And you get to just suck in that smoke for free?
How much is it for a pack of smokes now?
I think like $12.
Is it really?
In
Jesus
Pennsylvania.
Christ.
In Pennsylvania.
That's crazy.
That's my favorite story because it literally takes people that are working at a Waffle House, trying their best to make an honest living and fucking them over anyways. Just really not giving a shit about them, Tony. That's the whole thing.
That's freaking crazy. I love
Hey, you
it.
think it sucks working here at Waffle House? $8. For what? Well, you took a smoke break, so $8. Like, I only made that all day. Give us your fucking money.
Give us your tips.
Give it all.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you got that fucking, that dude from Parks and Rec being, hey, Rachel, get over here. I saw you smoking earlier. Where's my cut? Where's my cut? Come on, pay up. $7. $1 a minute. You read the sign. You know it. You want to go back to jail? You're going back to jail. You don't pay the money. We'll fire you.
Sparky's armor is going to hurt soon because we're probably going to talk about Kelsey and Taylor.
My God, of course. Yeah. The wedding of the year.
By the way, congratulations to both of you. You know what? It takes some balls, some major cojones in order to not only get married in Madison Square Garden, but shut off a 2-square, radius of Madison Square Garden as well for the wedding, which is phenomenal. Great job. Now, officially, not officially, I think everything went off in a hitch, a hitch, so to speak.
Well, they shut down Madison Square Garden, owned by scumbag James Dolan. If I was Charles Oakley, I'd try to sneak into the wedding just for shits. Just because. Just try it out, Charles Oakley. Just do it. Now, you told me that Adam Sandler was the one to marry them?
So Adam Sandler was the officiator for the wedding itself. I guess she's really good friends with Taylor Swift. Or he is. He's really good friends with Taylor Swift. And almost a father figure to her.
Well, I mean, you get him to be the wedding singer, not more or less the officiator, right?
Agreed.
Throwing it out there.
I mean, but there's only so many times you could talk about meatloaf and navy beans. By the time you get sick of it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So how long is the marriage going to last, Tony?
I want to say it's over under 3 to 6 months.
Okay.
3 to 6 months. I think that was on Kalshi. What would you say? Higher or lower?
Oh yeah, I'm going higher on it.
You feel like it's a good, not to say a good investment, but all of the festivities kicked off with a smaller rehearsal dinner planned for Thursday night. Of course, Travis and Jason Kelsey had a bachelor party. Very, very small, low-key, friends only, mini bachelor party of some sort.
Yeah.
Yep. Speculation about the superstar singer and football player's nuptials have built into a frenzy in recent days, following weeks of unconfirmed reports, of course, that it would take place over 4th of July weekend in one of New York's iconic landmarks, MSG. And crews have been unloading equipment and trucks outside the Manhattan area. And a large carpet was briefly unveiled outside one entrance, and then promptly removed. Now, according to the AP report, it was supposed to be castle themed. So they made a small castle inside of Madison Square Garden for the nuptials.
Yeah, you can tell that Taylor Swift is from Pennsylvania too, because that is that is like some white trash, high class Pennsylvania stuff. Like, where do you want to get married? Madison Square Garden. Oh, what? Why? What? The fuck? But who am I to speak? I got married in a courthouse.
That's true. I guess if you have fuck you money, you could do whatever you want.
Well, I didn't want to put it in everybody's face, you know. Everybody has
there you go. There you
everybody
go.
has these weddings, and they're like, "Wear now. You have to wear agreeable gray, and your shoe color must be charcoal." Oh, those are the schemes. We all agreed on them. It's like, oh, okay, so this isn't about you guys actually being in love. It's just about shoving it in people's faces. Cool. So we did it at a courthouse, which is a little bit more romantic than Madison Square Garden. Throwing it out there, Tony. Tony, where did you get married?
I originally got married in Vegas.
Okay. Wow.
And then I got divorced a year later.
My God. So you're putting this at a year then, right?
yeah, of course.
Me too.
Yeah. Sparky, flip that bad boy around.
What's going on?
Come
what
on,
do you got
do it.
going on there?
We ain't got all day.
There you go. Before we get married, you need to sign a new contract. Yes. How much am I getting?
Now, her net worth is well north of $1 billion, while Travis Kelce is upwards of $300 million.
Are they going to have any kids, Tony?
I don't know. You never know. Never know.
And will she write breakup songs about her kid breaking up with her?
Ooh, good call. Never know.
Will Taylor Swift exploit her kid the same way she was exploited? Yo, they strapped a guitar to that kid at the age of 4. And I'm like, oh boy, somebody.
Yeah. Look, maybe he'll be so lucky he'll be like Danny Glover.
Yeah, Danny Glover announcing that he has Alzheimer's, officially making him too old for this shit.
For real.
Yeah. Now the announcement of Danny Glover having Alzheimer's was supposed to be last year, but it kept being forgotten about. Over and over and over again. I know what you're thinking, Tony. No one saw that coming with Danny Glover having Alzheimer's.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just forgot about it now.
He was in the movie Saw.
Sparky, flip it.
Travis, the kids are here. Wayfair for kids, son of a... You know that's what they're going to do, too, man.
Oh, hell yeah, they are.
You already know it.
My boss, I was talking to my boss today, right? And she's ordering stuff from Wayfair. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I said, oh my God, why would you, you know, and of course, not a sponsor by any means.
No.
And I said, why are you getting your stuff from Wayfair? And she goes, oh, they have sales going on and they have something I like. And I said, did you know that they had a rumor that circulated about them? And now it's just a rumor, not necessarily truth. But there was a rumor that circulated around that they had named a couple of their particular items on their website, such as the Julia, the Naomi, the Heather, that they were selling for $300,000 a clip.
A suspicious amount of money, and
all girl names. In secret fashion, by the way. that they were talked about having a secret. What was it? It was like a secret cabal of child abducting and reselling.
Yeah, they were trafficking children through you pay, you know which one you want to get.
Yeah,
right?
Whatever. This is just a
child,
theory.
This was the whole run. The person selling you the child would tell you to go to Wayfair, and they'd say to order this exact cabinet for the exact price, and you would launder the money over to them that way, right? They would be a private seller on Wayfair for this cabinet that you were going to get, but it was never actually a cabinet. It was actually a human person, a child.
Yeah.
What really drew concerns is when these same cabinets were coming up on different websites and different manufacturers with completely different names, but the same looking cabinet.
And complete different prices.
Different prices, too.
Much, much cheaper everywhere else.
A lot of weird shit going on there. Just throwing it out there.
Who knew?
Yeah.
In theory. Rumored. That's
rumored. Yeah. We had a whole episode dedicated to it.
I mean, we've had an episode dedicated to Kanye, so
we did.
I mean, if we're gonna do anything, it might as well be that.
Wayfair was a great one, though. I love that episode. That was fucking awesome. It was a good time because we had to speak of. I told Tony, I said, let's speak of the Wayfair conspiracy theory, as if it is no doubt 1,000% true. And we did for an hour, maybe longer.
Let's get into our last story. Of course, I'm going to talk about the soccer matches that are going on in the World Cup.
Woo!
Have you caught up at all, Kevin?
Yeah, America lost to Belgium
in
a fight of pancakes versus waffles. Waffles win again.
Damn you, waffles!
Bitch. Who likes waffles, anyways?
Of course, Ronaldo, another big name, also took the big L. Mbappe took a big L.
Yeah, who's the favorite now to win it all? France still?
I'm pretty sure it's France.
Yeah.
I mean, Belgium's usually probably up there.
France, England, Holland. Thank you, Sparky.
There you go. But we're gonna end the show.
Yep.
That's all the time we have. Can you believe that?
Is it all the time?
That's it. That's all we got.
That's all we got. Well, check out Darren Peterson killing it in Summer League basketball right now. Where will LeBron James go, Tony? My pick is the Miami Heat because old people go to Florida when they're old. To die, yeah. Yeah, so where will LeBron James go, Sparky? Write down your shit real quick. I mean, where will he go? Who's going to, like, he's got it. Did you see the board? Sixers. You think he's going to the 76ers? Why? So he can show how much better moving he is than Paul George when Paul George played there? They got Jaylen Brown now, Tyrese Maxey, VJ Edgecombe. You got, who the fuck is that dude? Dean Wade. I want to call him basically Davis Bertram, is only less athletic. And Embiid. Yeah, Embiid, though. Embiid kind of reminds me of a car that doesn't start the same way anymore. You know?
Yeah.
Just really getting up there in miles, and it didn't take long. A lot of power to start, then broke down. Then you're like, oh, no. Embiid is a Dodge Charger. Okay. All right. Always breaking down. So you think he's going to the Sixers? Where's LeBron going? You think he's going back to Cleveland, Tony?
I put my whole thing on either Golden State or Philadelphia.
Because you know what? This reminds me of like the fucking shitty movie by Sylvester Stallone where, you know, he was arm wrestling and shit, but he wanted to take his kid everywhere with him in an 18-wheeler instead of his kid, you know, going to school. So it kind of reminds me of that because if you get LeBron, you got to get Bronny too.
Oh, yeah.
It's a circus act. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Over the top. Thank you, Sparky. Over the top. Where, the grandfather seems like the most reasonable person there. He's like, listen there, fucking douchebag, arm wrestler, fuck. We all have money here. We want to see this kid do great. So we're going to make sure we send him to the best schools and stuff. And he's like, yeah, but I arm wrestle and drive a truck. And he's like, all right, how about this? I will give you money to stay the fuck away. All the money you need. No, I'm going to get that money by arm wrestling.
Arm wrestling.
So the bad guy being portrayed there isn't so
I
bad.
will pay you $100,000 to not arm wrestle and just go.
I will just give you the money. You don't need to do anything. He's like, no, I do. I need to.
I want to show my son that I'm a winner.
I'm going to call the trucking service Hawkinson. He's like, oh my God, you don't have anyone that will let you haul anything. You have no connections. The kid's
That's true, by the way.
It was Mike Hawk. It was, yeah. It was father of Tony Hawk, famous skateboarder. He traded in his 18 wheels for 4 wheels and a dream.
Good for him.
Yeah, that movie was just so, you know what? Over the top. It was. That movie was so over the top because every logical reason we're told to hate this grandfather character who's rich and powerful. You know what it was, Tony? It was Roadhouse, but with less reason. Because Roadhouse didn't have much of a reason either. I mean,
Agreed.
He eventually ended up breaking into the guy's house, right? And kicking everybody. And they're all like, oh, we just fucking hang out with semi-automatics. We do this. This is our thing, right? Because this guy is such an asshole. He needs constant security around him, which was a re-rip of Beverly Hills Cop or whatever, where you got to break into somebody's house and then you got the rundown of stuff. So it was even worse than that concept because Sylvester Stallone's character had fucking no reason for this bullshit. In fact, almost all of his characters that he ever plays don't really have a good reason for doing anything that they do. Rocky, I'm not getting into it. Rambo, he fucking murders all the cops because one cop was a dick. That's not a good enough reason for me. I'm sorry. Not a good enough reason. Cliffhanger, there's some kind of software chip. They try to kill him. Dude, it's not even your software chip. Let it the fuck go. Go home. You're not making any money on this. Copland. You ever see Copland, Sparky? Okay, great. We got a nodder. Right when Sylvester Stallone's character in Copland tries to do the right thing, De Niro's character's like, fuck you, it's too late. You realize that's not a movie then. This story was not worth telling. Judge Dredd. Demolition Man. Pointless as fuck. There was absolutely no need for any of that shit. And the conclusion of both movies, where everybody started from, they ended at anyways. Arnold Schwarzenegger movies are just the opposite. Arnold Schwarzenegger is totally needed in every movie, except for Terminator, where Arnold Schwarzenegger's only enemy is another Arnold Schwarzenegger. Just by theory of time travel.
You feel better about yourself now?
If Arnold Schwarzenegger just killed John Connor in the first one, there could have been another person to be like a John Connor. Instead, John Connor keeps getting saved, and say that other person that could have been the next John Connor gets fucking killed by the T-1000 just running the fuck over people everywhere. Yes, Tony, I feel better about myself now. I'm just saying, over the top. I'm watching it right now. I'm going to show the wife that movie. She's going to laugh her ass off. Sparky, what's going on? Yo, they weren't real. Yeah, he was like,
There it goes.
that's not a superpower. That's just now you're turning your hat backwards, you jerk. You could have just been better the whole time. But that was the time period, though. Michael Jordan couldn't be Jordan without sticking his tongue out all the time. And everybody was like,
That's true.
I don't want him licking me. Magic Johnson's like, yeah, I'm still playing. They're like, I don't want AIDS. Karl Malone's like, I'm going to rape somebody in Louisiana right now. And they're like, oh, Karl, did you just say? It's Karl probably making a weird joke. Boy, he's bad at jokes.
Yeah. All right. That's all the time we have for tonight. Sparky, where can you find us if you were looking for us, sir?
You can find us on every single major streaming platform, including iHeart, Spotify, Spreaker, Deezer, CastBox, Pocket Cast, GeoReo, Facebook Live Video, YouTube, Amazon, and anywhere else there's major streaming going on.
Major streaming for everyone.
Major streaming.
Not even screaming, just lots of streaming.
Lots of streaming.
Guys, we're the Podguyz Podcast every Monday, 10:15 Eastern Standard Time. We made it an hour.
We did it. We did the thing.
Guys, catch us same bat time, same bat channel. I'm Tony Kaz.
Gavin Neri here.
Of course, the ever-loving Picasso, Les Sparke. We'll catch you next week. Have a great night, guys.
Bye.